welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is the ASMR edition. We're here today with the Huggercast. It's myself, Colton, and your main host, Derek.
Hey guys,
it's going to be a great episode today.
It's me, Hugger Derek. N-word Jews. What if one of those ASMR things were just like they're whispering in their soft voice, but they just say a bunch of just really just like hateful things.
It's just reading Mein Kampf.
Hitler Mein Kampf ASMR. But hey guys, what's going on? It's the Huggercast, the only podcast that has never stolen anything from your wallet. We promise. We've never while you weren't looking.
We're not going to say we haven't stolen something off your dresser or your coffee table, but your wallet is safe.
But definitely your wallet. We haven't taken a thing.
Real quick before we get into anything, you just reminded me you said the Hitler ASMR. My little sister sent me this weird video. It was like the CGI Hitler Shrek ASMR video.
Oh, no.
She sends me the weirdest shit, and I'm like, where do you find this?
What have you done to her, Colton?
She did this all on her own.
I feel like she got it.
She's like, no, she is like the ultimate meme queen. But yeah, what's up? Hilarious. How's everything going? How's the audience?
You know. Oh, I don't know why I was gonna answer that question, but it's good. Hopefully the audience is also good. I hope everyone's doing well. We know times are tough. But
you're tougher.
Exactly. We know virus numbers are going up and things are shutting back down. Woo!
Good old US of A.
I hope, just a reminder, guys, if any of you guys are listening, please wear your masks still. If you're not doing that, practice.
All these studies coming out saying, like, if people really did, everybody wore a mask and just social distance, we can have this under control in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, 6 weeks. That could have been.
But nobody's doing it.
People are listening. Yeah, in news today,
2020 is just getting worse and worse.
2020 is actually the worst year. Popular TV show hosts, if you might know him from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and the Regis and Kelly Show. Regis Philbin died today at 88. It's a sad
I didn't
day.
realize he was that old, though. In all honesty,
I was like, oh, Regis, he's like 60. He's fine. He's good.
Yeah, I thought it was like, yeah, no, he's what, probably like 50 something.
He's fine.
So, yeah, R.I.P. to a legend.
I know, R.I.P. to Regis. I used to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire like all the time.
Oh, I loved Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as a kid. I'd watch it with my grandparents every time I went over there.
I just like seeing if I knew the questions.
I got better as I got older, but being like 12 watching it, I didn't know anything.
I never watched Regis and Kelly though. I just didn't.
That was too early in the morning for me.
Yeah, I think it was on when we'd be at school, so it's like,
yeah.
Unless I'm gonna DVR it, can't wait to watch Regis and Kelly when I get home.
No spoilers, everybody.
No, hold on, Regis is on, and then that football player with the messed up teeth, he took over Regis.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Did anybody watch it after Regis left?
I think so. Probably not as many. But I think people mostly watched it for Regis.
Did you ever see his workout video?
Regis?
He had a workout video, and it is a thing of art. It's just him like walking through a park.
I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds like a great workout. But yeah, nothing else really of note has happened. Just some minor things. People die.
Yeah, people die, sadly. Logic is dead to us.
Oh, yeah. Logic is retiring from rap.
He dropped his last album, and he's moving to be a Twitch streamer now.
I wonder how that's going to go.
What do you think he's going to stream? Please tell me he's going to stream Fortnite.
I hope he streams DJ Hero. You remember DJ Hero?
I sure do. I remember one time, me, number one podcast fan, Jacob, and another friend of ours, Joseph, spent 4 hours driving around San Antonio trying to find a used DJ Hero controller so we could play it for 20 minutes, and then we were like, oh, this sucks. Why did we spend all this time trying to find this?
I miss when, like, all the Hero and Rock Band games were, like, everywhere and you couldn't escape them. And there were just so many.
See, I think the best time for that was, like, Guitar Hero 3, because I think that was about when Rock Band 1 came out.
Yeah, that was when it was nice.
That was when it was still fresh enough, but like it was cool. And then after like
After like
World Tour, yeah.
Remember when
I
they tried to bring back Guitar Hero and they're like, hey, you have to pay for all the songs.
that sucked.
I was like, no, that's okay.
Did you ever play any of the like specific band games?
I was at a friend's house in high school and we played we played Green Day Rock Band.
See, I had the rock band Beatles, which was actually pretty cool because like the Beatles, not the most technical band, but they made up for it with the art style and everything. Like it was a really cool
thing. And
then,
they have a lot of memorable songs that you could just put on them. Yeah.
And then if you wanted to play difficulty, Jacob had Guitar Hero Metallica.
Was that hard? Is that what you...
Yeah, they're like 90s stuff, no, but like early Metallica.
Yeah.
And they had Slayer on there, so trying to play through like War Ensemble was like, ah!
That's pretty cool, actually.
And that was the one they added. If you had 2 kick drums for it, you could do double bass on the drums, but I was never talented enough to do that.
Do you remember when Guitar Hero was like, we're just gonna literally rip off Rock Band, Band Hero?
Yep.
And then no one bought that.
Remember Lego Rock Band?
Why was that a thing?
I think it was easy songs for kids. It was supposed to be something like kids could get into.
Oh, it's like baby's first Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just remember seeing that, though, thinking like, what? My best Guitar Hero memory though is like right at the height of it. It was I don't remember if it was Guitar Hero 4 or Rock Band, but one of them had a Kiss song. And my dad actually amateur drummer, like he's not amazing, but he can drum. And we were at Toys R Us and they had a kiosk set up for it. So I was playing the Guitar Hero guitar, rocking it because I was good at that game. Mm-hmm. And my dad was doing the drum part to a Kiss song. And he's like, what the hell? This isn't anything like the actual drum. I'm trying to play the real drum part and it's not working.
Yeah, then that's what was it Rocksmith? That's what Rocksmith's for.
Yes, I owned Rocksmith. It was pretty fun.
I wasn't allowed to have Guitar Hero, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because too much devil music.
Music.
Yeah, but I did play Guitar Hero in the arcades. Guitar Hero Arcade.
That's always fun. Every time I go, I got to play the Motorhead song on there.
Well, I was an edgy teenager and early 20-year-old, so I picked No More Sorrow by Linkin Park every time I went there.
So you go new school, I fly the flag for the old school.
All right, but the main topic for this video is there was a few small, not conferences, but videos for video game news.
Yeah, the Xbox event and Nintendo Direct Mini.
Yeah, the Xbox showcase. That's going to be the big meat of the podcast, but we'll start with the Nintendo Mini because it's very short.
Well, you say big meat. I still don't think there's that much to talk about.
There really wasn't. We'll get to our overall thoughts of the Xbox thing after this Nintendo Mini.
But yeah, so the Nintendo Mini was not exactly my cup of tea.
But
cause I can never remember we just said it before the podcast. Shin
if you were a Shin Megami Tensei fan,
that's it.
You will love this Mini.
Because it was 5 and 3 were both announced coming to the Switch, right?
Yeah. Well, the first thing that got announced was there's this game called Crypt of the Necrodancer. Have you ever heard of this?
Yes, but it's the sequel, right?
Yeah, Legend of Zelda. Called Cadence of Hyrule.
Cadence of Hyrule, yes.
Yeah. The full I love the title of this. The full title of this game is Cadence of Hyrule: The Crypt of the Necrodancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda.
It's honestly, I haven't played the Cadence of Hyrule, but I have played the original. It's just going back to Guitar Hero shit. You have to move game, right? It's in time with the music to attack. It's like a dungeon crawling rhythm game.
It looks really fun, so I might have to check that out, especially the Legend of Zelda pack.
Mm-hmm. I probably need, and you could get the original for real cheap on Switch. It goes on sale all the time.
Is it cheaper than Hentai Poker Night 5?
I don't know. Oh, me and my friends were looking at the waifu uncovered. Like we actually were watching a gameplay of it.
Oh, is it nice?
I don't know how. I think we talked about it with Robert last episode.
Yeah, he was talking about a few different like visual novels and like hentai games.
I don't know how this got it is like hentai movies with like 2012 memes. Like there's rage faces in it. There's a demonic
Oh,
Hello Kitty. Like
heck yeah, that's what I love to see.
my high school experience all over again.
It's just I remember I would change the computer screens in the classes to memes, but they were like garbage 2012 memes.
Do you remember the time it started to keep diverting, but in Miss Shan's class, when I set the picture of the screensaver, it was Woody from Toy Story poking out of some guy's jeans, and he just goes,
morning.
She got so mad at that.
But like you never like actually got in trouble. She just got like upset.
Oh no.
It was like, Colton.
Yeah, it was always like, you silly kid.
You silly
Or the
kid.
time that I found her wedding photo online and photoshopped her onto the bridesmaids
Yes!
movie.
Oh
And that
my
was the
God.
screensaver in her classroom for like 3 or 4 weeks until one day in the middle of class she like looked at it and just like, what? It took her forever to notice.
That was a good one. We're gonna have to have a podcast that's just high school
Memories.
Yeah, we'll bring Robert on for that one.
Oh yeah. Hell, we could get Jacob on, Kamar on, like
Yeah,
everybody.
everybody.
That'll be the grand finale.
The grand finale.
It'll be like the Seinfeld.
Then we're done.
Never again.
And then you'll make a spin-off that's not as popular but still as good, like Larry David did.
Oh yeah. Does that mean mine's gonna be better? Because as much as I love Seinfeld, Curb might be better.
It's definitely got that more modern humor. But
I just like that they could say the fuck word.
dun, 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 dun. But yeah, so the cadence of Hyrule game, it's got a new DLC pack, new characters, new songs, and a new story pack. So that's pretty cool if you guys like Crypt of Necrodancer, any fans out there.
That might actually be my favorite thing from these announcements.
Yeah, like it's with the 2D sprite rhythm game. That's our favorite thing. Oh boy.
It shows a lot about what else to expect.
Yeah, it's the next thing that was announced in this mini direct was Rogue Company. Rogue Company, sorry.
Yeah. That one I was totally indifferent to.
It's another shooter. It's another shooter.
I like shooters sometimes, but that one just looked like
just another shooter.
Yeah, that's gonna, if it was like the 360 days, that would be in the $5 bin at Walmart.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh hey, I remember this. Not much to say there. The next thing that was announced for the Nintendo Direct Mini was WWE 2K Battlegrounds, which
that
actually
looked atrocious.
It looks kind of atrocious, but I wish it was made better because it could be like the NBA Jam of WWE games.
Yeah, no. The whole reason they're doing this is because they're taking a year off of their main, the WWE 2K. So they did this, and the idea sounds real fun, like a real cartoony fighting game. Because I used to like the N64 fighting games. I love all those,
and it could be like all arcadey, kind of like NFL Blitz and NBA Jam was back in the day. But
it doesn't look like it's made
well. It doesn't look like it plays well at all.
It's so like the last WWE, the 2K WWE, where it looks the newest 2K WWE game, or yeah, WWE. I'm used to it being WWF back in the day. But it looked like an early, like 360, maybe late PS2 game.
They just gave up.
It looks so bad.
Bad graphics is going to be a theme of this thing. Halo Infinite. Yeah, it looked cool. And what was funny is all the WWE people like pretending to have fun with it. They're like, oh man, having so much fun, man. Oh,
this is great.
No,
That's like,
yeah.
How much they paying you to say that?
You remember that one E3 when they were showing off the PlayStation Move and they had Kobe Bryant playing I forgot what 2K it was, but they're having him play an NBA game with the PS Move, and he straight up on stage just goes, "Oh, this isn't realistic at all."
Hey, Mamba mentality.
Rest in peace, Kobe. That man was great. That man was awesome.
That really, even though he tormented our hometown team for years.
Yeah, my mom used to hate Kobe Bryant. Like she hated Kobe Bryant.
It's because he was so good.
Yeah.
That's how the league felt about Jordan back in the day. Like, if you were a Bulls fan, you loved him. Everybody else hated him.
He seemed to get like a good sense of humor too. Like he chilled out in his later years, and he seemed like a pretty funny guy, honestly.
Yeah, he still had the like I'm gonna win mentality, but he went from the straight like Jordan psychotic, like I will break you, to like I'm just better than you, and that's cool.
We'll just accept that. Or Michael Jordan, I took that personally. Have you seen all that? I took that personally.
Just all
the clips of him saying I took that personally. But
although Jordan had the best press conference of all time. I'm back. That was it.
That's great.
That was how he announced when he after he retired that first time when he came back. It was just a press release that said I'm back.
I like how showing our ease of how we're veering off into other things shows how much interest we have in these. These two. We got to finish this Nintendo Direct real quick.
Yes.
We'll try to stay interested in these, as much as we can.
I'll do my best.
The last two things, of course, like we said before, Shin Megami Tensei 3 got an HD remaster for the Switch. I've never played a game, but they look kind of cool.
Yeah, I might. I'm not gonna pick it up right away, but if they go on sale, I might get it, just because I know, like, I haven't played Persona either, but Persona comes from that series.
Yeah,
and everybody loves Persona,
especially Persona 5. Yeah, people love that game. Yeah, I might.
If it goes on sale for like $20,
yeah,
maybe I'll give it a shot.
That's what I've been doing recently. Like, I picked up the Phoenix Wright HD re-release for Switch.
Yeah, I've been seeing you. Every time I play my Switch, I see you playing that.
It's kind of addicting. It's really fun.
And they're well written. They're funny
they're
games.
funny, and you play that game and you're like, you know what? I could be a lawyer.
I could do this.
I could be a lawyer. I got this.
Let me take that state bar exam. I got this.
Yeah, it's to the point where my text ring now is Phoenix Wright saying objection. So whenever someone texts me, I hear that. And then I also bought Okami HD for the Switch. I'm gonna have to check
my girlfriend loves that game.
Yeah, I believe you said that in one of the other podcasts. I haven't played it yet, but I'll have to try it.
It's on sale right now for $10. I might actually buy it.
I bought it and I was like, I'm gonna check this out because it was PS2 days. That's when it first came out. I can't believe it's still being played. That's crazy. It got a re-release on DS and here. Like, that's insane.
It reminds the people a lot of like the Breath of the Wild Wolf segments.
Yeah. Oh, or do you mean Twilight Princess?
Not Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But speaking of games that aren't as interesting as the ones we're talking about, Shin Megami.
I was gonna say the Xbox showcase.
Last thing, Shin Megami Tensei 5 got announced, and I know for a fact that the people who are fans of Shin Megami Tensei have been really waiting for this. So I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for you guys. Good job.
Hopefully all your dreams come true.
Yeah, maybe I'll check out the others because the new one's coming out, but that's about it for the Nintendo Direct. It was 8 minutes long, and that's about it for that.
Yeah, it was.
It was cool.
I'm hoping there's another one that drops soon, just with something that I actually care about.
Yeah, maybe Capcom will show something. That would make me happy.
Anything.
All right, now time for the most exciting, meaty part of this podcast. We're going over the Xbox One Series X games showcase. Ow!
So, how Derek said that Nintendo Direct was 8 minutes long. That's going to be our analysis of this event.
This was just okay. So, just to compare, I think the PS5 thing was almost double the length. This was barely under an hour, like 58 minutes.
Yeah, double the length with like quadruple the quality.
And the games, like they just showed more games.
That looked better.
And even the games that like they didn't show much of, I was still interested in. Like the furry high school game. I'm excited more for that than any of the games shown over here.
Yeah, honestly, let's just start off with the big one. The Halo Infinite had its first gameplay trailer.
It had the first demo, which for just to start off, I think they should have ended the conference with this. I don't think they should have started. A lot of people are talking about how the graphics do not look that much different than the other Halos.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, it looks like Halo still.
It does look like
Like,
Halo, which is what people want.
Doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it just looks like more Halo.
Yeah, it looks like more Halo. It may be harkening back to even more of like the Halo 1 through 3.
The combat evolved, which I guess isn't a bad thing because people didn't like 4 and 5. So
yeah, especially 5.
Yeah, I've never played a Halo game, but I know people dislike Halo 5.
So I'm sure, like, I liked the first 2 Halos a lot. The third was pretty good. Reach I wasn't into. I'm the weirdo. Everybody seemed to love Reach, but
yeah, there's some people who really like it. Some people just aren't into Reach, but
yeah, 1 and 2 especially, I did actually like. So this was cool to me to see. Like, it looks like, oh, looks like a sequel to those games.
Yeah, and I was reading that they said it was a beta, so maybe it'll be they'll make the graphics look a little more, modern.
Next gen.
Yeah, like actual next gen.
But I will say it looked okay.
It looked like Halo. And if you like Halo,
you're probably gonna like it.
Yeah. But
if you don't, it's not gonna sway you.
It didn't sway me to be like, oh wow, maybe I should. I kind of want to go back and play the old Halos because they have them on Steam.
They actually, I think they hold up. They're fun.
But yeah, it's Halo. Kind of a weird way to start.
Good job, Microsoft.
Thanks for you brought your big guns. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, your number 1 franchise, and it was just
just more of the same thing. Weird way to start off the conference, or not the conference, but the showcase, because it seems like everything will go downhill from there. But who am I to tell $1 million company how to run?
And it wasn't even a high bar to start with. It was on a scale of like 1 to 10. I was like a 6.5, maybe a 7.
Yeah,
like it was cool, but it was cool.
It was cool. All right, the next game that got announced was State of Decay 3. This is a series that I think I've heard of.
Yeah, I do know a lot of people who liked State of Decay 1 and 2.
That zombie
I have some
deer,
coworkers who played it. Yeah.
That zombie deer looked kind of creepy, and hooray for inclusion. It looks like the main character is a black lady. That's cool.
Yeah, I know the first game. It seems a lot about actually like managing resources and stuff. It's not just gun down zombies. It's like, okay, we got to ration this the right way. We got to do this. We got to get this settlement done.
It
seems like a cool game. Yeah, it seems cool. So that the fact that the third's getting made is, if I ever get a Series X, I might actually pick that one up.
The only thing is, I just wish they would have shown some gameplay. They didn't. That's the theme. They just, with this conference, there just wasn't a lot of gameplay.
I will say that PlayStation conference got me hyped, and like I want to get a PS5.
Yeah.
This conference had me like, yeah, I might get some of these if I ever get around to getting a Series X. I don't feel like I have to buy one.
I saw there's this YouTuber I watch, Dreamcast guy. I don't know if you've heard of him. He was doing a stream, and during his stream, a bunch of people were typing, "Wow, the only thing this conference or this showcase told me was to go buy a PS5."
Yeah, honestly, but I think they're going in different directions. I think
they really are. They really are.
PlayStation is trying to focus on like, we are PS5. Like, this is the new generation. This is what you want. Microsoft's almost more like, no, it's not the new generation. It's the ecosystem, the Microsoft.
It's
you can play
Xbox
on PC.
Family.
Yeah, you could play on this on Series X, xCloud when it comes out. Like, they want you to be able to play anywhere, and then Nintendo's off being Nintendo.
It's like that picture of like where it's like the main quest, and then there's the guy on the little boat with the. It's like me doing whatever. That's Nintendo.
It seems like the console wars are over in the way of them directly competing for like market share. Like, we are going to be the number. Now it's just like they're all doing their own thing,
which won't stop me from being like, hey, Sony won.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think anybody would argue that.
It looks like the next game that got announced was something that was shown off during the Sony showcase, the new Forza.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't.
no, that wasn't in the Sony
I
short.
know.
That was Gran Turismo.
Oh, see, okay, it might be a little racist, it might be a little non-PC of me, but all these racing games look alike to me.
Look the same. Yeah, no, Gran Turismo's the big
Okay,
PlayStation
I
one,
got
and
confused. I was like, huh.
Forza's the big X, but they pretty much always release like the same year. I
Yeah,
guess they're competing with each other, but they're just each console specific, like
racing
realistic
game.
racing sim. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it looks like a pretty racing game.
not exactly a Mario versus Sonic level of rivalry.
Yeah,
But
no, and with this generation, as far as I'm aware, the Xbox doesn't have like the adaptive triggers and all that. So I feel like it would just be funner to play on the PlayStation at the moment.
yeah, maybe they'll do something. Maybe they'll announce something later. But yeah, as far as showing off what the console can do to enhance the games, they didn't show. The Series X didn't
Yeah.
show why I should specifically play these games on Series X.
The only game I could think that even did that a little bit was Ori.
Yeah, that's a little bit down later, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
We'll talk about that later.
Next game, Everwild, the new what company's making it?
I don't
Rare.
even
It's
remember that
the
game.
the new Rareware
Oh,
game.
that's the new Rare game. Okay.
Yeah, the new Rareware game.
I mean, it's not the nuts and bolts remastered that we were all hoping for, but
it's not Conquer Banjo Karting, but I guess we'll have to. It's not Grab by the Ghoulies 2, but we'll have to settle for this.
hopefully it's good. I want Rare to go back to like what they used to be, like when every game they put out was quality.
Which is awesome. It really makes me just very upset that Microsoft bought Rare and does nothing. Like nothing with them.
And honestly, the first like I know it gets flack for being censored, but Conquer Live and Reloaded for an original Xbox game
It
is
looks good.
actually beautiful.
It shows off what the Xbox can do.
Like if you would have told me that was a 360 game, I would have been like, yeah, absolutely.
that looks like a 360 game.
Of course, it loses the cartoony feel of the N64 version, which kind of it adds to it, but it itself was a good looking game.
It does look very like the textures and everything.
Yeah. Do you think any developer has had a greater run than Rare from the
90s,
the SNES to the N64?
Probably not. No,
Like,
I don't think so.
Every game, the Donkey Kong Country series, Banjo, Conquer, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Donkey Kong
not
64.
a developer that was putting out like different games each time. Maybe a developer that kept putting out sequels. Like but not a developer that was constantly like, all right, here's a new IP, here's a new this, here's a new that, and they're all just really good.
Especially, yeah, and a third-party developer. Maybe you could argue like Nintendo or Sony's recent first-party studio output, but like as a third party,
people expect that from the first parties, that they're supposed to be putting out good games.
Yeah, but Rare was. Whew.
Yeah. This game, this Everwild. See, look how interested we are in this Everwild game.
We're talking about the glory days of Rare, not the new game.
But from what I saw, there wasn't, again, no gameplay. So I don't know what to make of it. It looks like there was animal bending, like the people were doing like motions with their hands. The animals were kind of like doing what they want them to do.
This is the Avatar sequel that we always wanted.
Oh, at last. It looks like it's a very like spiritually influenced game. There's a lot of like spiritual elements, and the art style does look kind of neat. Does look like a neat art style.
That is one thing. Rare has always had good art style, so I expect the game to at least look really good.
Yeah. But please, Microsoft, if you're listening, we know you are. We know you're out there. Do something with Rare, please. I kept hearing stuff
Grab by the Ghoulies too.
Please, grab by the Ghoulies. Ghoulies grab back. But I kept hearing things that they renewed the Banjo
I saw that
thing, like what do you call it? The copyright? They renewed it.
Yeah, we were joking about that the other day through text.
Yeah, we were like, was that a Banjo Kart?
I want Nuts and Bolts Remastered. Just piss everybody off.
Banjo Nuts and Bolts 2, Nuttier and Boltier.
No, Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie remade in the style of Nuts and Bolts.
Banjo two wheels. There's a joke there somewhere.
Banjo Two Wheels, that works.
Two wheels.
It's a motorcycle Nuts and Bolts.
God. But yes, please do something with all your IPs that you have that you're just not doing. It's like how Sega, just real quick, it's like how Sega is. They focus on Sonic and like
nothing else.
And also, well, recently Yakuza.
There's that's true. They've been putting out a lot of Yakuza games.
I want to play Yakuza 0 because that's a remake of the first one. Sounds pretty cool. But other than that, they're just like Billy Hatcher, Knights, all these IPs, nothing.
And a lot of them critically acclaimed, like Knights.
Yeah, people love Knights. They love Knights. Samba de Amigo, please. Monkey Ball?
I have they did just do that new Monkey Ball, didn't they?
Oh, I think... Did they? I feel like I've seen something, yeah.
Or it was like Banana Blitz HD or something. It was some new Monkey Ball release,
At last, the Wii Monkey Ball re-released. The one everyone likes.
I still might get it on the Switch, though, because it's better than nothing.
Nothing. All right, I guess we'll move on. Else we're just going to talk about companies that are not doing their jobs. Tell Me Why. That was the next game that was announced. It looks a lot like Life is Strange. I believe it's the same developers. Have you played Life is Strange?
I have not, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Everybody that played it seems to love it.
Yeah, I played a good chunk of the first game. It's fun. It's a cool story. I think we talked about Life is Strange in one of the earlier podcasts, and I said the writing...
Yeah, I remember you telling me that it was really cool.
It's cool. The writing's really cringy. It's like what a 70-year-old thinks teenagers talk like, but... it's the mechanics and the story is really what people play it for. And
honestly, I would love that writing though, because I love cringy stuff.
It's pretty cringe, but it's a fun game, yeah. And then recently, a few years back, there was that spin-off game with the little kid who dresses as a superhero. Same developer.
Brightburn?
Yes, Brightburn the game. I would actually play that, but...
I know you would.
I'd be the first in line. Even if it's a bad game, even if it's the worst, I'd be like, it's a fun game.
I can defend it.
Y'all are just hating on it.
Brightburn 2 is actually just going to be a video game.
Brightburn 2, brighter and burnier. More burnt.
More burnt, crisp. Bright crisp.
Oh, man. Look how interesting all of these games are.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep going.
No, it's me too, because I'm just like, man, I'd rather talk about other things. And the thing is, like, this isn't even me just being like a Sony fanboy. Like, I love the 360. The 360 is amazing. It totally kicked the crap out of the Wii and the PS3, hands down.
But
they're just not.
Even I've seen like legit Microsoft fanboys just like that was underwhelming.
Yeah, they're just not.
Like I wanted them to come out swinging, and they just kind of like.
They bunted. They bunted.
They did, and they bunted right to the pitcher to get him out at first.
But yeah, if you like Life is Strange, this looks like a game that you might be interested in. I might check it out. It
could be good.
It looks like the beginning of one of those step bro porns, but whatever. Next game that was announced is a game that's a lot of you probably have already played. A new version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps is coming out for Xbox Series X, and they're redoing
this one.
The graphics and all that too.
Yeah, it did seem cool to me because they're boosting it to 120 frames per second.
Yeah, they're going all Gemini Man on this thing.
So that is I think at least one thing that is really showing the power of the new console. Like, yeah, it's not a demanding game, but just the fact that you can have a console that can output that is pretty cool.
I was gonna play the original Ori and the Blind Forest, but there was a spider in the opening.
Oh, that's what you said. And you're just like, nope.
I was like, it's a good thing I wasn't streaming. I'm glad I wasn't streaming that because I literally just like press exit like so fast. I was like, all right. You know what? When that part comes out, I'll just back really far from the computer.
Have your girlfriend do it for you.
Exactly. But Ori looks like a really cool game. I've heard good things about it, so
I love the art style.
I'll have to eventually get over myself and play the game.
It's on Switch now, right?
I think so. I'll have to check it out. I will.
Is Blind Forest the first one?
Yes, and then it's Will of the Wisps.
I think Blind Forest is on
Yeah,
Switch. I don't know
think
if Will
so
o'
as
the Wisp is
well.
on. Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot though.
Next game that was announced, some not DLC, but an expansion pack for the game The Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds,
Yes,
Peril and Gorgon.
that looked all. I know Kamar really wanted to play Outer Worlds
People
because
have
it's
said
by
it's funny. Like I've heard it's like a funny game.
yeah. Because what developer made it? They were the ones that made Fallout back in the day, right?
Was it? Yeah, the ones who made Fallout 1 and 2, I think, right?
Yeah, and then they lost the license, whatever. Now they're doing this. It's everybody says it's good, so
Yeah, let's see, Obsidian.
Obsidian, yes.
Yes. Looks cool. Never played it. Never played Outer Worlds. But
Yeah, I want to, but just knowing like I said in the last episode, I'm not the biggest Fallout fan.
yeah.
So I'm worried that I would play it for 2-3 hours and then be like, it's just not for me.
This looks a little more stylized, so maybe it'll have something else going for it, but yeah.
And I've heard, like you said, the writing's supposed to be real good, so maybe that one will actually be all right.
Looks cool enough. Might have to check it out. The next game that was shown was Grounded. Basically, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game. That was interesting.
There's no Rick Moranis though, so I'm out.
He's not the one that died, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, they should have had Rick Moranis. That would actually been a really cool.
His wife died though, and that's why he stopped making movies.
That's sad.
He's back now, apparently, though. Now that his kids are grown, so
that's cool. That's good. Good from Rick Moranis.
Yeah, back to video games though.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this one looks interesting. This is more of like kind of like what Sony was doing, where they're just throwing a bunch of random ideas.
Yeah. See that's what you need. You need a broad range of because you want to draw on people from every no matter what you're into. You want something that's like I want that.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool. My like I said before, my raging arachnophobia probably won't allow me to play much of it, but
it's a cool concept.
It looks like a really cool concept, actually. Okay, so the next game that was announced was a game called Avowed. Do you remember that one?
There were no cuts there. Yes, I remember Avowed.
Yeah, we didn't cut because I had to plug in my battery. What do you mean?
Sorry, I like pointing it out to the audience when we mess up because I think it's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I didn't have to plug my battery in. We weren't talking about beer. This one,
so Avowed
didn't show any gameplay, but the last few shots were a guy with a sword, and he was looked like he had magic in his hands, so very reminiscent of like Skyrim or something.
Like you said again, how can you judge these games when they're not showing the games?
It looks like when they show the gameplay, it might be cool, but I really have nothing to say here.
Yeah, I want to see it, even just a minute or two. Give me like actual gameplay though.
Yeah, my favorite types of trailers is where they like intertwine cutscenes and CGI with gameplay.
Yeah,
so you get
because then you get a sense of like, okay, this is what the story's gonna be like, and this is what the game is.
Looks like, yeah. But it looks kind of like it'll be like sort of like Skyrim, so nothing super original and nothing that says I need to buy a Series X right now.
But it's probably one of those like launch games that if you have a Series X, you're like, well, they haven't ported Skyrim yet. They absolutely will, but they haven't done it yet, so I'll pick this up to hold me over.
Yeah, it's like when Xbox One X came out, and what was that game where you played as a knight and like you were fighting like samurais and stuff like that?
Oh, was it Rise?
Oh yeah, no, Rise was the one where you were playing as an not an Egyptian.
Was that the Roman one?
A Roman soldier, yeah. That's actually a better example because no one remembers Rise. People actually remember that other game.
Yeah, it was just there when it launched.
Yeah, it's like
Rise. 1-2 switch.
Yeah, it's like 1-2 switch. It's like, okay, well, I guess this is here. I'll check it out, I guess. The next game that got announced after that was Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Never played Hellblade 1.
For a second, I thought you said Sagwa.
Sagwa.
And I was like, are they they bringing back that classic PBS show?
I don't know what that is.
You never watched Sagwa? It's the little cat in Japan. It's like Sagwa.
Oh.
Sagwa.
Yeah, people
and
bring
she's
it
got
up.
The little bat friend.
People bring it up every now and then. They're like, do you remember the show? I'm like,
that show was great. But sadly, this is not a Sagwa game.
This
So.
is not a Sagwa game, which I would probably like a lot more. But they didn't show any gameplay, and I've never played Hellblade 1, so I have no idea.
I've heard it's okay.
Looks cool.
Like, it wasn't groundbreaking or anything, but I've heard people like, yeah, Hellblade's all right.
This is A-tier commentary. This is like
this whole presentation can be summed up with, okay.
Yeah, looks all right. You know what? Let's go to the next one.
Microsoft.
We might have to go. Psychonauts 2 was announced, which I know
that one was actually probably the second most excited game I have.
They had
Jack Black.
Yeah,
in
they
it.
had Jack Black come out and sing one of the songs, which I thought was awesome.
Because I forgot the guy that made Psychonauts. I can never remember his
Tim
name.
Schafer.
Yeah, but he did Brutal Legend as well,
Yeah,
which Jack Black is also in.
He has a lot of really underrated games.
Yeah, like every game he's made has been like, oh, this is actually really good. And they always sell
poorly,
well enough, but they're never like the blockbuster hits that they should be.
And I know the first Psychonauts has grown like a huge cult following over the years, and it was crowdfunded, I believe, this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one actually, is this Xbox exclusive? Did they say that?
I'm not too sure, but if it is, they definitely got a winner on their hands for the fans.
That might be a selling point.
That might be a seller because, yeah, the people that played Psychonauts as a kid are old enough to go out and buy games, so...
Yeah, and they will absolutely, like, the people that like that game like it enough that they will buy that console just for that
They like it a lot, and they've been waiting for a long time. But I'm just glad it's getting released because it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunately one of the PS2 classics I kind of missed out on. But
yeah, I never got to play it either, but I want to.
Yeah, you know what? I accidentally skipped a game, so I got to go back real quick.
Oh no.
As Dusk Falls. This one upset me because they not only did they not show gameplay, they didn't show a CGI trailer really. It looks like a visual novel.
It's not Psychonauts 2, so
yeah. It's definitely not Psychonauts 2.
It's a visual novel. Are there anime boobies in it?
Not even. Nope.
Then why play a visual novel if there's no anime boobies?
It looks like the type of game that won't even really have even like cutscenes, and I really hope that because do you remember what they showed off for that game?
No, I've blocked that one from my memory.
It was like this black lady. I think she was doing something with her family, and she was riding in a car, and like these like white kids like rob a store or something. Do you remember now?
That sounds horrible. I don't remember that.
And they just didn't show anything, and I was like, okay, so is this a game? Like,
well, they're showing that white people are awful, terrible people, which we are, so that's good.
As they should.
Hopefully they all get the game ends with the white people who robbed the store getting
brutally murdered,
killed by firing squad.
Yes, as they should. Yeah, so this one, I was just like, what was the point of this being here? Like,
they needed to pad out the time.
Man. And it didn't even really pad out that much. Oh. Alright, the next one that was released is another a game that already exists but is coming to Series X. Destiny 2. Some expansions. Destiny 2 Beyond Light coming to Series X and Game Pass.
I'm going to be real. It coming to Game Pass is cool for the people that like it.
Yeah. I've heard played good things about Destiny 2.
See, I did too. My friend Charisse was like all about it. She was like, you got to play Destiny 2. Like, we'll start playing with me. I got it. I hate Destiny. I was not feeling it at all. I was like, this is...
I know people were disappointed by the first one, but I actually did hear good things about the second one. So.
The gunplay's good. It's Bungie, so like it feels good. I didn't care. I was like, I don't want to play this. Like, this is stupid.
That's funny.
So yeah, maybe I need to go at it like with all the DLCs and stuff because everybody's like,
because
every DLC makes it better.
Yeah, I've heard the expansions are actually really good, and a lot of them are free, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be on Game Pass. Might as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. I just don't think it's for me.
The next
God bless you.
the next announcement really upset me because not because the game, I'm upset at the game, but because they literally showed nothing. This was called Stalked 2. I've never even heard of the first one. And this CGI trailer was like 10 seconds long, and it just showed a guy like sitting. I was like,
I'm in. Game of the year.
I was like,
Pack
what
it
is...
up, boys.
All right, pack it up, Sony. Might as well cancel PS5. I was just like, what was the point of this being here? Seriously.
Again, to fill time. They had nothing.
I was like, it feels like when you have a presentation and you're just not ready, and you're just like,
it's one of the ones that you do in the like passing period as you go to class.
As you're
like
going,
3 minutes,
and you're like, so yeah, and then the Native Americans came, and they fought the Nazis, and then that's how Jesus was born.
Amen.
That's this conference. I'm just like, what? I don't have anything to say because they didn't show anything.
Yeah, there was nothing to comment on.
You remember that, right?
Yes.
I was like, okay, thanks for that. I'll probably forget about it.
Yeah, I just, like you said, the guy sitting, it was just like, all right.
It's like,
cool.
Okay, cool, all right, thanks.
Sitting simulator? That sounds nice.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot. All right, let's go to the next one. Again, the next one is a game that already exists, but is getting an expansion pack, Warhammer Darktide. They didn't show anything. They showed a trailer of some guys looking through a dark place, and they saw some ghosts.
That was too spooky for me. I had to turn it off at that point. I was
like,
scared.
ew.
I almost peed my pants.
You know what really would have scared me, Microsoft? Some gameplay. Ooh. I know you're real scared of showing gameplay for some reason.
Or a release date. Or a price.
Oh. So I literally have nothing, because I've never played Warhammer, and 2, they didn't show anything for this expansion.
Yeah, I've heard Warhammer's cool. It's, again, another one I've never played. Then hopefully it's good.
It just begs the question of, why was this here?
Yeah, none of these are system sellers.
None of these are like,
the whole point.
Warhammer Darktide. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, I gotta go.
The whole point of like first look at next gen games is to get you hyped to want to buy this next gen system, and none of these did that.
And I hate to keep going back to the Sony showcase, but by the second or third game, I was ready to buy a PS5.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, Demon Souls, like
just
there were
rapid
so many
succession.
games.
I was like, boom, boom, and then all these indies that are like, whoa, these look kind of weird. I don't know what they are, but hey, they showed like 10 seconds of gameplay at least, and they look kind of cool. Very high school game.
Deathloop
Looks
great.
awesome. Can we just talk about that again? Let's just talk about Sony again.
No, we gotta finish.
We literally have like 6 games left.
Let's just power through.
The next one. All right. So this is definitely the system seller. This deserved to be here. Did you know that they're making a new Tetris game?
This is the one. This is where we differ. This is the one I was legitimately the most excited for.
I mean, it's cool. It looks cool, but
it's not even a new Tetris game. It's Tetris Effect with the multiplayer mode.
Yeah, it's called Tetris Effect Connected.
Which is Tetris Effect is hands down my favorite version of Tetris. It's this trippy psychedelic experience. Really fun. The music's great. And the fact that there's going to be a multiplayer mode now is really cool to me. And for a brief moment, I was actually like, oh shit, like I'm a little jealous of these Xbox guys getting a new like expansion that nobody else is going to get. It's coming to everything else. It's not even an exclusive.
The thing, like, that sounds cool. Like, I love Tetris too. Tetris 99 is thebomb.com. But why was it here? Is my question. Like, why was it there in the Xbox showcase?
To be fair, because I think Tetris Effect actually had a bunch of critical acclaim. Like, it got great review. Like, I actually saw it get nominated for Game of the Year in some places. So, maybe they're trying to build on the hype of that.
Maybe.
Real quick, Tetris question. How many times have you won Tetris 99?
I don't have I ever placed number one? I don't think so. I'm usually up there, but I've never placed number one.
Boy, you got to get into that. Once you win, you unlock the Tetris Maximus, where it gets like real. Because that's a mode that you can only play if you've ranked number one before. Mm-hmm. So it's like the real good players. That shit's hard.
The only thing that I guess I'm driving my anger of the fact that like a third of these games for this showcase, the thing that's supposed to
existed already.
Yeah, the thing that's supposed to sell me a Series X are just games that existed that are getting expansions or like new versions. Like that's cool, but why is this here?
Some of them, the expansions aren't even Xbox exclusive,
like Tetris Effect or the only thing that I think is Series X is Ori, right? That's the one that's like this is only for Series X.
Yeah, with the higher frame rate and all that.
Yeah. You know what? The next few games I actually have positive things to say about, so I will skip Tetris. Oh, okay. I mean, I like Tetris, but I will skip this.
Yeah, I could see why you'd be upset.
It just came so late in the show. I was like, wow, Tetris. Thanks, guys. Like my literal notes for Tetris Effect was, it's effing Tetris. That was the note I took. I was like, okay. That's how fed up I was. The next game just done. The next game actually does look kind of at least interesting, and I believe they showed gameplay. It's called The Gunk. It was
I just like the name of that one, honestly.
The Funk. But it was a scientist, and they're like on a planet, and they're like sucking up goo. I was like, okay, this is actually like I don't believe I've seen that before.
I've seen some movies like that before.
Probably some. I don't know where you're going with this, but
porn. I've watched porn.
Oh, okay, that's where you're going with this. I don't think I've seen a game where the main thing is to suck up goo.
Yeah, really, that might be I've seen games where you shoot goo, like not even in a sexual way, but
yeah, well, that in a sexual way as well, you know.
Yeah. But no, I'd suck in goo.
Okay, I'm down for a little goo suck.
It's unique though, and I will give it that.
Yeah, I will give that's more of like the things they should have shown off, like the heavy hitters, and then like those weird games, you know.
Yeah, just to get people's interest, like, oh, what is this?
Like the Gunk. Okay, cool. And then the next game, I'm actually legitimately like, okay, this is something that I would play. It's called The Medium, and it was this lady. It was the one where she was like switching realities. It was a horror game.
Yes, and it's two realities.
Awesome.
They're both running simultaneously, right?
Well, you could switch between them.
Okay, that's what it. Yeah, that one looked really cool as well.
Yeah,
I love a good horror game.
Yeah, and this looks like a different take. Like you don't see many games like that.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of the game during the Sony showcase where it was that astronaut lady.
Yeah, that was just about to say. I think this new generation. I think too, with just how powerful stuff is, like. Old horror games don't hold up in scariness because like they look like garbage and you just laugh at all the zombie models and stuff. Yeah.
So what they're doing these games now, they're just having a lot of surreal horror, which it's kind of scary.
It translates way better to. I think it'll hold up better in the long term as well.
Yeah, for sure. So the notes I put were heckin' spooky.
Super heckin' spooky. No, that one I think will be good.
Yeah,
though.
that one legit. But I really do hope, at least for Xbox' sake, that it is a exclusive. If not, I'm just gonna get it for PS5. All right, and the next game I've never played, but it looked interesting. Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis.
Yeah, I know tons of people who love that. Again, I'm in the same boat as you. I never played it.
Never played it because the first one was for Dreamcast, and I don't know what the other ones were for, actually.
Yeah, the second was GameCube, wasn't it?
Maybe, because I know
that was like
at that point Sega was just like releasing a bunch of games on GameCube.
Yeah, I think that was like the one GameCube that actually like they had an internet like LAN connector for it or something to play online. It was, I think, the only GameCube game with legit online play.
Yeah, which I mean, these games do look cool.
So yeah, hopefully maybe a new generation can. Ooh, sorry about that. Can get into it.
As you can see, we're totally interested still.
I just had a long day at work.
Oh, well, at least this is a sequel in a series that people actually recognize
and care about. Like this is another one.
It's not like
that has a bunch of
Stalked
passionate
2. It's like,
fans.
wait, Stalked 1?
Maybe that is the first game in the series, and that was just something they did to be like to get people thinking. Like, I don't remember one, and then looking into it and like, oh,
huh? Let me play this
it's
one.
actually kind of a good tactic.
Maybe. The next game, second to last, was called Crossfire X. It just looked like another FPS.
And just the name reminds me of the old Crossfire board game where you shoot them.
Crossfire.
Yeah, I actually bought that honestly recently. I saw it at Target and I was like, I need this in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, Crossfire the board game better than Crossfire the
X.
video game.
It really just looked like a game that should have been released like 10 years ago. Like
late 360.
Yeah, when things like Metro were really big, you know? Like it looked like that. Not interested.
Yeah.
Really just not interested.
Nope.
The last game actually did have me a little bit hyped, even though, again, no gameplay. But a new Fable is coming out. Fable 4, I believe.
Yeah, see, I've never played a Fable, but I remember going to Walmart as a kid and seeing the case and thinking like, that looks cool.
Yeah.
I think they were all rated M though, so my mom would never let me get them, but...
Remember that one time there was a Fable game for Kinect?
I didn't know there was a Fable game for Kinect.
Yeah, it was basically not a Fable game. You were riding on a horse and shot magic at people.
You gotta sell the Kinect somehow. But yeah, no,
that's...
I know this is one people have been asking for a while.
And I'm glad, because whenever a Fable game gets like announced, the creator seems very passionate. So good for him. I forget the guy's name, but he always seems very passionate about the Fable games. And
yeah,
the modern power of the Series X and PS5, you could do a lot, and you could do a lot of stuff. That was the one thing that hindered the older ones.
Almost too ambitious for their time.
Yeah, but now you could do a lot. You could do a lot. And so ends our very interesting dive into the first Xbox game showcase.
It sucked. Colton's closing comments.
It
sucked.
Aside from a few games that I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I would say maybe like a fifth we're like, okay. And then 4/5 we're just like...
and then like a whole third were games that already exist and are just getting expansions.
So yeah, Microsoft, I'm sorry, but do better.
Please, I really hope that they do another showcase and that they're like, okay, here's more games, you know?
For the love of God, show us something new.
Show us something that people... Have you seen the meme with one of the grunts from Halo? The new Halo trailer has become like a meme, and people have been putting it as a cover of like a crappy Xbox 360 game.
I did not know that.
I'll have to send you one of those.
Please do.
You know what? I'll probably make that a part of the thumbnail, actually.
Yes.
But yeah, any other closing statements for this showcase?
I'm glad I'm on the Sony side this generation.
Yeah, I think with this, they kind of just sent a letter that they really just don't care about beating Sony, which, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I am happy that they're going in the direct, like I said, they're focusing more on the ecosystem and Game Pass and all that.
But they also need to send the message that people need to buy their system.
Yeah.
I thought that they would have seen the Sony thing and been like, all right, we need to bring the heat, man. We need to bring the fire.
What if they're they thought they did, though? What if they thought they had this lineup to we got the most kick-ass games. We're going to blow Sony out the water.
They're like, guys, we got the gunk. All right, game over, man.
Yeah, just watch. Next week, they're going to shadow drop another presentation that just blows our minds.
It's going to be like, ugh, Conquer, new Conquer, new Banjo, new Perfect Dark. And whoa.
So it's just not even a Microsoft thing. It's just Rare.
It's just Rare. It's like, anyway, we bought our freedom back.
We sold enough of Rare Replay.
We sold enough of Perfect Dark Zero, guys. We promise we didn't burn all the copies of Perfect Dark Zero and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Remake a Grab by the Ghoulies. Anyway, but I
So,
really
yeah,
wish
gotta-
that Nintendo would have bought Rare instead of Microsoft.
I do too. It just even fit the aesthetic of
Yeah,
Nintendo.
and they
with
could have kept
mostly,
making Donkey Kong games too.
yeah, mostly family friendly, other than Conquer.
Yeah,
But
But, you
all
know,
the
they-
other games are pretty. Well, they even had the perfect market of like you had the games for families with Banjo and Donkey Kong. You had
and then you had the more mature ones like
Yeah,
Conquer,
you had
Perfect Dark.
I would put like Perfect Dark
It's like
GoldenEye
teens.
like a teen game, and then
Yeah.
you had the edgy teen or actual just adult and Conquer.
Yeah, Conquer and like, yeah. So it was like a good mix of everything.
Yeah,
It's really sad what happened.
R.I.P. Rare.
R.I.P. Rare. Alrighty, well, I guess that's enough for us crapping
Yeah.
all over Microsoft.
Now let's crap all over our fans who sent in
You
questions.
guys suck. Anyway. Alrighty.
Oh, we're too raw for you? Too edgy? Derek and Colton in the mornings.
I'm going to say the N-word. I'm sorry. Anyway. All right. It's time for us to go into questions. Like always, remember, if you want your question answered at the end of our podcast, make sure to DM me or send me a message on Twitter or Instagram at HuggerDerek. It's at HuggerDerek for both of those things. And if you know Colton in real life, just talk to him.
Yeah, ask me there.
Just send him a message because
IRL.
he won't let me put his Twitter on anything.
No, I do not want to. Don't want this to reach out to people that I don't want to hear it.
Yes, but and we will answer your question to the best of our abilities. Alrighty. At goddess_moon24 on Instagram asks, it's a very broad question. What do you think about the virus?
I think people need to take it more seriously.
I think it sucks, and yes, I think it sucks, and I think people need to actually it's not to the point as right now, at least right now, where you literally cannot leave your home. But if you leave your home to go do stuff, wear your mask, bring your sanitizer, and stay away from people that are strangers.
Yeah, and don't just go out for a joy day of like, I'm gonna go shopping. Like, get what you need, get the essentials,
and get
if
out.
you want to go to a park or something. But don't just go shopping for a day.
Yeah.
Like,
are the parks still open down here?
They should be.
Yeah, and if
I know the ones around here are. Like, nature is fine.
Yeah, like go to the park, and if people are there, just stay away from them.
Yeah, go on a hiking trail.
Yeah.
Go to the lake.
Yeah, I heard some people were actually like hiking, and like you can do that.
Go play Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
The virus sucks.
And the worst part is I love movies, and I'm really sad that a lot of movie theaters aren't open.
Drive-ins at least are still open.
I might have to check that out.
I went to the drive-in for the first time with my girlfriend not too long ago, and we watched Shrek, and it was a wonderful romantic evening.
I thought you were gonna say Shark Tale. I was like, it better be a romantic evening.
Shrek holds up though. I'll say that.
I love Shrek. Funny. Shrek's great. But yeah, this virus is not fun.
It's bullshit, not in the way that people are saying it's fake. It's bullshit and that it sucks and I hate it.
Yeah, like, stop it.
It's a real thing. We don't need to go into angry grandpa corner though.
Back in my day, people took viruses seriously. Alrighty, next question. At intro.george on Instagram writes in, what is one of your all-time favorite DC and Marvel characters, and what's one movie you could watch all the time?
Okay, does the movie have to be a superhero movie?
No, I think it's
just any movie.
Like a movie that you can watch all the time.
I am stock generic. Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel. Batman's my favorite DC.
I think, let's see, favorite DC. The Red Lantern Cat.
Yeah, you mentioned him. You mentioned him previously.
No, let's DC. What media have I consumed a lot of? That's DC. I have consumed a lot of Batman media just in general.
But it's because it's Batman and Superman, and then everybody
And
else.
then I need to do a deep dive into other characters. But yeah, I guess Batman is cool.
Yeah, I like him because he's not a superhero and that he's got crazy powers. He's just a dude who can fight and has a lot of money.
And out of all the DC characters, he's probably got some of the best video games. Can't say
Yeah.
that about Superman.
No,
I really want a good Superman game. Like, I really, really want one.
I just don't know how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it would have to be like the Superman that doesn't have a crazy amount of powers, like one of those ones.
Or have it where everybody else is super crazy overpowered.
And you just die. It's like just a really hard game.
Dark Souls Superman edition.
Oh, you know what? No, I actually really like Cyborg. I think Cyborg's a really cool character.
Oh yeah, Cyborg actually.
And he's black.
My man.
Anyway.
But yeah, so what movie can you just watch over and over?
There's a few of them. I can watch Forrest Gump all the time. I can watch
Forrest Gump is a great movie.
I can watch the first Guardians of the Galaxy just like whenever it's on.
Also a good movie.
Men in Black. Can always
Classic.
watch it. The Raimi Spider-Man films, always
Also classics.
classic. And then of course Unbreakable. I can always watch that when that's on. It's never on.
Still need to
but
need to watch that.
Gotta watch it.
See me would be Big Lebowski, all-time favorite movie.
You know, I bought it, still haven't watched it. I need to.
I am an ordained minister in Dudism, the religion based off the movie. I've
heard about
that. I have married people.
Really?
Like I performed a marriage service.
Do you take this dude to be your dude?
Pretty much the couple that I married, they were cool. They were when I was like joined together in union, the groom is a super nerd. He goes like Voltron. I was like, yes, like Voltron.
Like Voltron.
So the Big Lebowski though, I can watch anytime. Yeah, any Mel Brooks movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love Mel Brooks. That's how I knew my girlfriend was like the one for me. Was when we first started dating, she told me she loved Mel Brooks. I was like, all right, you're cool.
Mel Brooks is pretty cool.
And I'll also give it to the Spider-Man. Spider-Man 1 specifically.
Yeah, that one does hold a special place. Like just because it's the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, I talked about this movie in my 2019 list, but most recently I can watch Waves. Have you seen it, Colton?
I still have not seen that.
Do you know anything about it?
I don't actually.
Keep it that way, and then watch the movie.
Okay.
But anyone who's seen Waves, you know what I'm talking about. It's another A24 film. I will constantly sing the praises of this company because they are amazing. And
they did The Lighthouse, right?
Yes. They're constantly backing directors that have really creative ideas, and they keep getting snubbed by the Oscars. It's upsetting. Pisses me off.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to give it a shot then. I didn't realize it was them.
Yeah, no, it's just a darn good. It's really well shot. I'll say that much.
It seems like all their movies typically have really nice cinematography.
Oh, yeah. All right, the next question comes from David Senpai on Instagram. He's actually a buddy of both of me and Colton's.
Yeah, David from high school. If he actually, I don't know if he's made it this far. What's up, David?
Also, shout out to David. He has a YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description. You guys need to check it out. He makes music. He just released a few singles from his EP. And I believe the YouTube channel is the same as his Instagram. I believe it is David Senpai. Let me just double check that real quick. Oh no, his YouTube channel is David Solis Jr. All spaced out. So go check out his YouTube channel. He makes some music.
I'm gonna have to give it a listen. I haven't listened to it yet.
It's very Daft Punk inspired.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, a very good question, actually, one we could think about.
Okay.
He writes in, a lot of current social strife seems to stem from the friction between people who value freedom and people who value safety. Assuming you get the worst of one to have the best of the other, which side do you skew towards? That's a toughie. View freedom over safety.
That is, but see, people are saying like everything is the freedom, like mainly with the making me wear a mask, taking my freedom.
My freedom. I don't think that's an invasion of freedom, really.
Yeah, that's trying to keep you to not keep you alive and to keep
Yeah.
others alive.
Yeah, because once the whole freedom thing, like, once something that you're doing affects someone else, it's not really a freedom anymore. You know? Like,
I would say in my own brain, like just ideas, I value freedom more than safety. I want to be able to do stupid shit, but at a time like this, you need to be safe.
You need to be safe. Yeah, because I value things like freedom of speech like a lot. Like I
value the freedom to like run and jump off a mountain into a river or something.
Exactly, because the only one that'll maybe get hurt is you.
Yeah.
Maybe a dolphin if you crash into a dolphin, but
they probably deserved it. They rape.
That's true. Yeah, dolphins are one of the only other species also that have sex for pleasure besides humans.
They rape. They have sex for pleasure. The pufferfish gets them high, and they've actually been known to form like puff pass circles where they pass the pufferfish around.
Dolphins are gangsta, man, but also kind of really, really scary.
Yeah.
They like pull people down too, right? Like and like take them.
Have you seen the King of the Hill episode where the one tries to hump Hank? It's a good episode.
But yeah, I guess we both definitely lean more towards the freedom side, but also it's important
in the current context of everything. You got to be safe.
You have to be safe, and I mean, I know the Texas governor, Mr. Greg Abbott, who I think we need to vote out like immediately. He was like, "Well, we're gonna recommend it, but it's recommended. We hope people will follow it. That to wear a mask." And people just didn't. They just didn't wear a mask. And now it's mandated. Now you have to wear a mask.
They fucked it up.
But yeah, thanks, David. That's a very good question.
Thanks, David.
We love you. And again, I'm going to put his YouTube channel in the description. Go check out his music. Also, David, if you're listening right now, you used to make some really cool video essays on like music. Go back to doing that. Go back to doing that. They were really awesome and edited super well. I was so jealous of his editing. I was like, I cannot edit like that.
He's always been a creative mind, but like in the best way.
Yeah. Well, we love you, David. We love you. All right, I think that's it for all of the Instagram questions. Time to switch over to Twitter, which we have some new fans actually that aren't just our friends.
Well, I'll be danged. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they're all friends to me.
But this one is our buddy Ruben from high school. At ZTCBITW asks, for both of us, top 10 animated movies that y'all are ashamed to like.
Oh, 10. God.
Let's just try and come up with as many as we can. I know I love Happy Feet, but I know a lot of people like in the animation community don't. But I love Happy Feet. I think it's a great movie.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'm ashamed to like any movie. Like, if I like a movie, I like a movie.
Yeah, especially because a lot of the animated films that I do genuinely like are good to most people.
Yeah, I've...
I don't know if I like any animated movies that kind of suck.
I'm struggling to...
Yeah, I'm really trying to think about this. I like some movies that are forgotten. Like Robots. You remember Robots?
Yeah, Robots is considered good.
It's good. It's just that people just don't remember it, I guess. But bad. Or ashamed to like.
I'm sorry, Ruben. I'm gonna have to say you've stumped me.
Yeah, I'm trying to really think. You know what? I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't like the Ratchet and Clank movie. I'm pretty sure if I saw it, just because I like Ratchet and Clank, I'll like it.
You'd like it.
And I would have to be ashamed to be like, yeah, I like this movie. But yeah, a lot of like the animated films that get released at least have some type of quality control.
Yeah,
they're like even I'm thinking studios.
Of like Rugrats movies and stuff. Like even those aren't bad.
Those aren't bad movies. Yeah, SpongeBob. Like the first SpongeBob movie is great.
Yeah, that was right before the series went downhill. That was the last great SpongeBob, in my opinion.
That was before. Oh, that was the last thing Steven Hellenberg worked on before he left, and then came back for a little while and then died.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Really. And then the thing, he was like, "Oh, I don't want any spin-offs of SpongeBob."
And as soon as he died, they were
They're
making
like
the
Camp
Camp
Coral. I was like, "Are you guys? You guys aren't serious, right?"
No respect.
That's just awful.
Speaking of SpongeBob, have you watched the SpongeBob anime yet?
Oh my god, it's amazing. The episode 1 came out yesterday.
Yep,
And
I watched. It's amazing.
It's actually really well made.
It's hilarious. And, like, there's enough SpongeBob references that it's funny, but the voice acting is great, and it totally nails the anime.
He said he's gonna release an English one too, because the one that's releases in Japanese.
I love it. I want to support him so bad. I went to look at his store, and I was like, I want to buy a shirt or something. They're already all sold out.
Really? Yeah, because he had some cool stuff on it. I really wanted the Karuto Kruzumaki shirt.
Mm-hmm.
The Naruto car shirt. But yeah, Ruben, we really can't think of any animated movies that we're ashamed to like. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah. But I guess I'll just say Happy Feet, because I know a lot of people in the community are like, it's not that good. I'm like, it's good. Shut up. It's good.
Even then, that's not something to be ashamed of. It's not a bad movie.
Yeah, you know, the guy that directed it also directed Mad Max Fury Road.
I see the similarities.
And guess which movie he won an Oscar for?
Happy Feet.
Happy Feet. Yep, that won Best Animated Picture that year, and nothing for Fury Road. Oh, Oscars. All right, I guess we'll go to the next one. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see here. This one's from a new fan, actually, that messaged me directly and was like, "Hey, I love your work. Like, I love your content." So shout out to this guy. At ASAP Deltron, at ASAP Deltron on Twitter, he writes in, Who are some of your favorite music channels on YouTube? Do you watch a lot of like music channels or know of any, Colton?
I don't really watch like music reviewers or anything like that. I pretty much focus solely on music, and even my music, I like going to more like a lot of like the metal subreddit and stuff where you can find a little more underground type stuff.
Well, Colton, I guess this is where my expertise has to come in.
Yes, please school me.
There's this really cool guy. He's pretty popular now. His name is Rumi Official on YouTube. Mm-hmm. He makes a lot of music, but he also does like kind of like how PewDiePie does, like the meme review type stuff.
Yeah.
He also like goes to a subreddit and like makes meme videos and stuff like that.
That real quick, that does remind me. Technically, it is music. Davey 504.
Oh, bass slap bass.
I love Davey.
OMG slap bass. Yeah, I found him. I think last year. Yeah, he's really funny too.
He's good though.
He's a darn good bass player. Yeah, you know what? I gotta add that to the list too. Yeah, Davey 504, Rumi Official. Peter Hollins is pretty cool. He has I like his voice. He makes a lot of like Disney covers.
Okay, I don't think I know him.
I used to check into what's that acapella band that got really big on YouTube?
Oh, Pentatonics?
Yeah, I used to check into Pentatonics every now and then. I haven't checked into Pentatonics in a while.
Thinking about it now, I was real into it's more music gear related stuff, but Anderton's music did a bunch of like guitar amp reviews, pedal reviews, stuff like that. I like those a lot.
Okay. Oh,
but that wasn't so much music, it was instruments.
Music. I just thought of one. Have you ever heard of Stevie T? Stevie T Berry on YouTube?
Yes!
Yeah, that guy's funny.
See, I don't think I ever really got into him very much.
He's funny. You know when I found him? I found him our first year of Texas State, our first semester.
Oh, okay.
This is a while back.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah, he's funny. He makes a lot of like guitar videos and like critiquing different like guitar. He made a whole video like making fun of Lil Wayne when he was really bad at the guitar.
I have seen that. I remember I was also into a guy named Jared Dimes.
That sounds
for
familiar.
A while. He's another guitarist.
That sounds really familiar.
I kind of stopped watching his stuff, but I remember I used to like him a lot.
There's a drummer channel who makes kind of like he does a lot of drum covers. Give me one sec.
Oh, is it? Have you seen that one guy? He's a real big guy, but he started as a meme thing. He'd always play like Smash Mouth, but recently he put out a cover of Tool's. It might have been Lateralis. It was something by Tool, and it was like really freaking good.
Are you talking about the guy who would turn every song into All Star?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy is hilarious. But he did like an actual cover?
Yeah, it was a Tool song. Like I don't remember what song it was. But I think it was Schism. I think he covered Schism. And it was good. Like
I'll have
he
to
can
check that
actually play.
That's pretty awesome, actually. The one guy that was his name is Kai Smith. Kai Smith. He's a drummer. He does like chronology videos sometimes where he'll drum the entire work of a band over like a period of like 6 minutes or so.
That's pretty cool.
And then real quick, just in terms of movie reviewers or music reviewers, I do end up watching a lot of Anthony Fantano, The Needle Drop, of course.
I see a bunch of his videos in my recommended. Actually watched him.
He's pretty cool. He kind of that dry sense of humor.
I like that though.
Yeah. And then I also watched Todd in the Shadows a lot.
I remember you used to like him even back in Texas State, right?
Yeah, no, I found him, I think, in high school. Like, it's been a long time.
I remember you showing me something. He was cool.
Yeah. I really like his music reviews. He still makes them. And he gets like, every video gets like 300,000 views and stuff like that. Like,
good for him.
Yeah. But I hope that answered your question, sir. Is one of our newer fans. Thank you. Shout out to ASAP Deltron for checking out the channel.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is let's see. This is another one. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but it's like Jacques 552X. This is another person that found me on Twitter and I think likes my content.
Okay.
Yes, shout out. He said he writes in, what game do you think has the best story? Ooh.
Best story in a game. Brutal Legend.
Oh.
not really, but it's hilarious.
It's a funny story.
Yeah.
I have, like I said before, I have been playing through the Phoenix Wright games. Those are really well-written stories.
I think the new God of War actually had a really good story.
Yeah, a lot of you were talking about how much they liked that story.
You haven't played it yet, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I won't spoil anything, but I think the new God of War. That's gonna be my vote.
You know, Sonic Adventure made me cry.
Sonic Adventure 2 story's great. Space Colony Arc.
Space Colony Arc. No, with Sonic.
Maria dies of space AIDS.
The Sonic Adventure where E1 was E103 Gamma.
Yeah.
E102, E103, one of them.
E1 something, E18 something.
Yeah, Gamma. He has a birdie inside, and he has to like self-destruct or whatever.
Yeah.
To become the bird. I was like, oh, this is sad.
As a little kid, it was like, oh damn.
I was like, why is this so sad? Why this got me crying in the club? But yeah, trying to think if there's any other games that are like like stood out to me as like a really well written story.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Where's that fourth Chaos Emerald, man?
The branching storylines.
I thought that was cool as a kid. I was like, oh, you can be bad.
Cool idea.
It's a cool idea. It's just that it doesn't really matter because there's just one ending.
Yeah.
So none of the choices mattered. Can you think of anything else, Colton, that like stood out to you?
The Spider-Man game.
Actually, yeah, the Spider-Man really PS4 story. Had an awesome story. Yes.
I like some of the directions they went with it. Like, it wasn't anything crazy new for Spider-Man. It was just a good Spider-Man story.
Yeah. And then Spider-Man Web of Shadows. That one
played that one.
It had a darker story.
Okay.
It was a little bit edgy, but I liked it. You get to fight like a venomized Wolverine.
Oh, that actually sounds awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can't think of any more, but yeah.
Yeah, those are the big ones off the top of my head.
Hope that answered your question. At It's Madi on Twitter, my lovely girlfriend. She asks, what's our favorite place to get chicken nuggets?
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I know they're not good,
No, they are
but
good.
I love them.
They're delicious. I will hear.
Oh no, it tastes delicious. Like it's horrible quality food, but they're delicious.
But they're just so they're so delicious.
Dipping in what do you dip in?
I dip in it all. I dip it all.
What's your favorite one though? Like, what's your favorite?
I really, really dig McDonald's ranch for some reason.
You're my point. I was gonna say the ranch is the best one.
Have you had their spicy mustard?
Oh,
Ooh.
the hot mustard?
Oh God.
I just tried that for the first time. My girlfriend was like, "You got to try it. It's good." And I was like, "It's probably not that good. It's that good. It's good. It's real good.
That good. I don't know what it is about their ranch. It's good.
I wish I had a McDonald's close to me. I really want McDonald's now.
The closest one to me is inside of a Walmart, and I just don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
Like I have
to have some self-respect.
Yeah, because I have to go to the Walmart parking lot, and I hate Walmart. I just don't like Walmart. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's trashy.
Yeah. To go to H-E-B, have some class.
Or Target, or Trader Joe's, or Whole Foods, or anything other than
Albertsons, or Handy Andy.
Kroger's.
Do we have
Aldi's?
Well, I was gonna say do
Sprouts.
we, but you live a little bit away from me. I don't know if I have a Kroger near me.
I think the closest Kroger is like Houston.
Jesus,
they pulled out of San Antonio. H-E-B just dominated.
That's what I remember, because when I was a kid, there was a Handy Andy and an Albertsons really nearby, and they just died.
Mm-hmm.
H-E-B killed it.
It really did.
I was like, Mom, what happened to the Albertsons?
It all changed from the H-E-B Nation attack.
The weirdest, the strangest memory I have is that my mom went to either Handy Andy or Albertsons and would get potatoes and make baked potatoes. And I was like, Mom, I like those Albertsons potatoes. I was like 3. I was like, can you get me some of them Albertsons potatoes?
They had good quality potatoes. I guess they had a good picker today.
That's just a good potato.
little baby Dirk's like, give me some of the Albertsons. I don't want none of that Handy Andy shit. Give me the Albertsons potatoes.
Don't give me that. Don't skimp on the quality of my baked potato, please, Mom. Give me a good potato.
Give me some chives, some sour cream, some bacon, a little bit of cheese, butter. You know the works.
That's why I miss Mr. Gaddy's. Is the only place you can get pizza and a baked potato together.
Where's the closest Gaddy's now? Over at the Forum, I think.
The closest one to me, I think, is Pat Booker.
Yeah, that's the Forum area.
Okay, yeah, I was like Pat Booker. I don't know names or things, but yeah. But favorite nuggets, McDonald's for sure. Wendy's are overrated. I don't get it. I really just don't get it.
They're okay. I have nothing against Burger King's. Is kind of just meh.
They used to be really good. The ones that were the shape of the crown.
Mm-hmm.
But then
they're trying to be McDonald's nuggets. They're not.
They're just not. They're like $1.99. I'm like, these are not good. That's $1.99 too much.
Yeah.
And then, is there any other place? I know Hardee's has some, or Carl's Jr., but
I don't have any over here, so I never get to try it.
Oh, we forgot Chick-fil-A. Oh, that's a good nugget.
Technically they do. I always get the strips, but the nuggets.
That's a good nugget.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
That's if you want like an actual quality chicken nugget. Yeah, go to Chick-fil-A. Yeah. But if you want some of that good, cheap fast food,
McDonald's
for sure, hands down. And let's see, our last question.
Last that you have, because I have.
Oh, that's
some
true.
Today.
I forgot. I was like, man, how am I gonna pad out for another 30 minutes? You right. At Black_Texan on Twitter, he writes in, a remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day would have put the Xbox conference on top. What do you think?
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, either a sequel or another remake would have been awesome.
Yeah, just anything recognizable that's not Halo.
That wasn't something that was like, oh hey, that's a series I remember. Because the Sony one had a lot of that, or at least enough of it.
Yeah. What if they did like a Banjo Conker crossover?
It would be kind of weird to see them talk, because Banjo would be like, oh, and then Conker would just
I'm going to say the N-word.
I'm going to say the N-word. And then Conker's like, you can't say that. That's racist. And he's like, oh, Nick. You remember?
And then Conker beats him over the head with an empty bottle.
Do you remember this game for Xbox? It was either 360 or one. I think it was 360. It was called Project Spark. It was like one of those make your own game type games. And they were like, we're gonna have Conker. And I was like, what?
I remember that.
I was so upset. I was legitimately just very, very upset that day.
It was just like, why?
Why? Because Conker comes out, I was like, hey. I was like, oh, shoot, they're going to announce a new Conker. And it's like, Conker in Project Spark. And then they literally have the voice actor be like, it's been a while since we've had our own game. Guess we'll have to make our own. I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't just do that on E3.
He didn't even get to say any bad words. Like,
he didn't even get to say the N-word.
That's what we all know and love Conker for.
And then he also wrote in that the Xbox fridge needs to happen. We were joking that because it looks like a mini fridge, they should design a mini fridge that looks like that. And you get your mini fridge and your Xbox Series X.
I would buy that faster than I would just a normal Series X.
They should totally play with the meme, be like, along with our Series X is a mini fridge. That'd be dope.
Keep my game fuel in it, because, you know, gotta get my gamer energy
gotta
up.
Get my Mountain Dew game fuel. I haven't tried a game fuel in a while.
They're pretty good, actually.
It's been a minute. The last, you know what was good? Those not red label, green label and white label.
Oh,
and black label. Those were tasty.
The black label especially. I love the black label.
Mountain Dew's just...
That's just fun because there's so many flavors.
There's a lot.
Like, there's a flavor for anything. Like, if you don't like normal Dew, you'll like this. If you don't like that, you'll like this.
You know what we need to do? We need to do a podcast talking about each individual Mountain Dew flavor.
Oh, I will do that, and I will tell you why the Modern Warfare 3 Tropical Game Fuel is the best one of all time.
Do you remember one time in biology class, we were supposed to be in the computer lab doing work, and instead we were looking up all the flavors of Mountain Dew?
Yes!
And the teacher came, was like, what are you guys doing? You guys started your work? We're like, no.
Yeah.
That teacher, she was nice, but she was a pushover.
She just let us do whatever we wanted. I did good in that class, though. So I
did well in the class, but I think I failed that AP exam.
Oh, I got a 4 on the AP exam, so
hey.
I did pretty good.
That was fun. Alrighty, well, let's go to your questions, Colton. What do you got here?
Let me get my light turned on real quick because I wrote it on the back of a receipt at work. First question I sent in my group chat with a couple of my friends. Derek wants to know if anybody wants to do have any questions for the podcast. And our number one fan, Jacob, hit me up the first, and his question is, why the fuck does beef jerky cost so much?
I was talking about that the other day. Like, what's going on? I'm assuming is it the curing process? Like,
it's gotta be the curing process.
Does that cost a lot to do? It's just salt, isn't it? Like,
I think you need the space to do it in such large quantities, though. You have to have these giant warehouses.
I'm so upset. And the only kind of affordable beef jerky is, what was that brand? It's like the Slim Jim brand.
Oh, yeah. There's Slim Jim. There's Jack Link's.
Yeah. That brand.
Go Hill Country Fair.
Yeah. The really cheap stuff just doesn't... It's alright, but it doesn't fill the void.
Yeah, so beef jerky costs too much, though. That's
really, we need to elect a president who's going to change that.
Fuck it. Let's me, you, and Jacob start a beef jerky company.
Ooh, you know what? I'm down.
Let's do it. I'm sure he'll be down too.
What do we call it? Call it jerking my jerk.
Jerk boys.
The jerk boys. Boys who jerk.
Boys who jerk.
Boys who jerk. Well, you know what? Let's call it men who jerk.
Men who jerk. Men who jerk boys.
Oh, all right. Let's go to the next question.
Next one to hit me up was our friend Kamar, who still wants to be a guest soon. So maybe next episode we'll have him.
What is his specialty that we would have him on for?
Music, life advice. He's a wise man. But more like production side of stuff, because that's what he's going to school for.
We do have to bring him on for our episode about simping. So I guess.
So actually, going in, he has 2 questions. The first one is, what are the actual qualifications of being a simp?
Usually have to be named Kamar. That helps. No.
He's gonna fucking fight you when he's on, dude.
When I see him again, I'm sure he's gonna just like punch me in the face.
He texted me. He's like, did this dude just call me a simp?
I love Kamar. It's just that's what I would see in high school. But yes, the qualifications are. What do you think, Colton?
Just bending over backwards for a girl, no matter what.
Yeah,
inconveniencing yourself to convenience her.
Also, donating to e-girls, hoping that they'll notice you.
That's just next level sad, yeah.
You donate to male streamers, hoping they'll notice you.
So his next question was, why don't these hoes fuck with me?
Because you're a simp. No. What? That's a good question, Kamar. I think
honestly,
they're.
I think it's because he's a black man in Lavernia.
Yeah, you might want to move. You might want to move out of Honky Town, and then maybe
Honky Town, USA.
Or you know what it is? It's these hick women that they're too scared of the BBC. They're intimidated by your large blackness, Kamar. They're
just racist. Yeah,
that too, probably. Their dads were like, if you bring home a black man, I swear to God, I'll burn. God dang it.
Next up, Micah hit me up with the age-old question. What do you do with the drunken sailor?
Actually, I forgot how that rest of that goes. Let's just say
I have no idea.
I used to know. But let's just say we'll put him in the pantry.
He set his hair on fire.
What do we do with the drunken sailor? I just want everyone
make him walk the plank.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, make him walk the plank. That's what you do with the drunken sailor.
I just want everyone to know that Micah is alpha as heck.
He is my roommate, and I cower in fear every time I see him.
He is like S tier alpha male.
He's a Chad.
He honestly the Chad Micah.
Kamar's gonna hate you even more now for saying that Micah's the Chad.
He doesn't. I know, but he just is like know him.
Micah is pretty Chad.
Like
just quiet.
He just doesn't have to do anything, but like he just is a Chad. I love that man. I love Kamar too, but for different reasons.
And then to end the night, I saved the hardest hitting question for last. My wonderful girlfriend Kaylee wants to know, what do you think Bigfoot's political leanings are?
Guy's libertarian, for sure.
That is exactly what I was. Bigfoot is seen up in the Oregon area. You know, he's smoking weed. He's down with gay marriage, but he wants to keep his guns.
Exactly. Like I feel like Bigfoot is like taxes are theft. Like that's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot is that like backwoods northwestern redneck.
Exactly. Like he's smart, but like he's also a little bit of a redneck.
That's what
he's like
I strive to be.
He's Charlie from We Bare Bears. Have you ever seen We Bare Bears?
I actually have not.
You need to. It's a really.
I've watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and I remember I liked it, but I don't remember enough about it.
It's not like laugh out loud funny. Well, it is sometimes, but it's just a very charming show.
Or he's like the grandpa from Gravity Falls.
Oh, it's still. You know what? I bought that entire series. Still haven't watched it.
It's what I've seen. I like.
Oh God. I just want to put it out there, Kamar. We love you. We both love you a lot.
Yeah. No, Kamar, good dude.
Yeah, Kamar's one of my favorite people.
I rallied hard to get him a job at HEB because I wanted to work with my friend.
Yeah, like he's one of my my black friends I could discuss punk music with. I'm down with that. Yeah.
He's a diverse dude.
Yeah, he really is. I love him. Beautiful man. But then Micah's just a Chad. Like, I'm sorry, but he just is.
Micah's a Chad.
Micah's a Chad. All right. I guess that's end of the questions of the night.
Yeah.
We love you all of you guys. Thanks for coming.
Especially Micah.
Especially Micah. Chad, Have My Babies, Alpha, and Omega, The Two Wolves, the movie.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
In theaters. Not now.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. But thanks for coming and listening, guys. Thanks for watching or listening. If you like what you saw, I'm basically, oh man, I'm copying the Snark Tanks ending. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know how else to say, but if you did like,
go to hell.
Don't subscribe. No, if you did like what you listened to, you make sure to subscribe on YouTube at Hugger Derek. Like on Spotify, that really helps. Push the heart button, follow. Once again, we want to thank our many Radio Public listeners.
Yes,
for
our
supporting
favorite
us.
platform. You guys, we know we said Mike is a Chad, but you guys are the real
You
Chads.
guys are our rocks. We wouldn't survive without you.
You're the only reason 2020 hasn't gotten even.
Exactly. Thank you, Radio Public, for allowing us to be on your platform. If we get a sponsorship from Radio Public, I think that'll be the funniest.
Can we just get Radio Public to replace Trump as like supreme dictator of the country?
It's just the CEO of Radio Public is just some like geek in his glasses. He's like, hey guys, it's me, the CEO of Radio Public. What's up?
I'll do whatever he wants.
I really want a sponsorship from Radio Public now.
We got to rally for it.
We got to rally. I'm gonna message somebody. And if anyone out there has ties to Radio Public, let me know.
Please.
If this is your first time listening, Radio Public is a service which you can listen to podcasts and stuff like that. And we found out about it only a few weeks ago, and we're really
we didn't know it existed until our podcast was already on it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, Radio Public, okay. There's like maybe one listener, maybe, if that.
Maybe he's the German listener.
Maybe, probably right. But yeah, thank you for listening. Make sure to share with your buddies. That really helps. Just word of mouth. Sharing on social media. Telling your friends, your family. Force your grandma to listen to this podcast.
Oh, no, please don't actually do that. Grandparents are pure, wonderful beings. They don't need to hear this.
They need to know. And as always, Will Smith is just...
God.
Yeah. All hail Will Smith.
May Will Smith bless you and have a wonderful night.
May you be willed and smithed tonight. But thanks for listening, guys. Colton, anything you want to plug?
No.
I'll put the link.
Will Smith.
Except
I want Will Smith to plug me.
Ooh, I want to peg. I'll put the links for Mr. David, his YouTube channel and his music. I'll put them in the description. Make sure to go check him out. He's a swell guy. And,
David is a great man.
Yeah. Almost as great as Will Smith.
Let's not go that far.
Real quick, who do you think would win in a fight, Micah or Will Smith?
Ooh, fuck. I want to run into his room and just ask him, be like, Micah, this is urgent.
This is
who would win, you or Will Smith?
We'll just say it ends in a draw.
Is Micah allowed to keep his hair long, or does he have to cut it? Okay, then Micah.
Okay.
If he has to cut his hair, Will Smith.
Alrighty. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and have a good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Will Smith.